Welcome back, everybody, to a Shadowrun Returns Let's Play by Darkfold. Alright, so, now that we've gotten Coyote back to Mrs. Kubuta, we have to, well, actually, we got rewarded with access to a safe house. And we have to talk to the different black market dealers and to find a med bay as well. Who is Van Grass? Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota said you're a fixer. He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight. Sorry, I'm doing a little thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey guy, one more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment, tilts his head your way, but you can see he's still staring at his HUD. I'm a fence too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. Cool. Oh wait, is the cleaner guy? Johnny Clean. Johnny leans on a seemingly brand new mop and surveying the crowd at the Union. It doesn't make sense. And surveys the crowd at the Union. Thanks for the tip the other day. Mrs. Kubota said I should go to the safe house, but I don't quite know where that is. The piano is a little out of tune. Check it out. Mr. Clue. The hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening. I see Coyote is back, looking for a little worse. For where? We have you to thank for that? The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You feel protective of those people here? Immensely. Toward anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron, unless they mean ill will, of course. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Haven't minded so far. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know or what they don't understand. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kabuta? I crawled in here after I awoke. He was going to say goblinized. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. Do you have to pay extra for a manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge more for, it's the blood under the fingernails. I should be going. Catch you around. Piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built, but doesn't look like anyone has played it in earnest for almost as long. Play G, A, F, F, C. As they slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. The entrepreneurial Mrs. Kubota has combined everything a runner might need into a one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and a fully stocked cyber surgery dealership. They're watching sports over there. Equipment and stash. Paco. Are you a new companion, or are you just around for now? Oh, that reminds me. I believe I got some karma to spend. Oh, alright. So, we can improve our dodge ability, or we start working on melee weapons. You know, I think I'm just going to keep on working on my rifle stuff. Let's go up another point in quickness. Alright, let's see, guys. Let's see, everybody. Oh, well, there's an arm there. So let's go take a look around before we talk to Coyote. Hey. Algernon. You look magical. If you're magical, I don't really need to talk to you. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Magical. Good evening, young elf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Half-Dream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Another time, Algernon. Eric Merceman? Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, note that you look bad now or anything, but everyone will help keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. Show me what you have. I was going to say nothing. Oh, well. Sell my samurai clothing. And this concussion grenade. T.B. Gruberman. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high, and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusk protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection in the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades, if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? Let's see what you got. Well, you definitely got weapons. Okay, consumables. Frag grenades. Smoke grenades. Simple medkits. SMG. Shotguns. Quite the assault rifle. Has slightly more capacity. But I already have one. I should save it just in case I get a party member. Nothing right now, thanks. Maybe there'll be cyberware here. David Fry II. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists. And if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer or anything gear you need? Anything gear you need? That does not sound right. Alright. Oh, well, I'll go through it for you guys. You jack into the Matrix or in the context of a run. When you jack into the local node of the facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry and the firepower of your base Matrix attack. Decks have IP. When a deck's IP is reduced to 0, you'll get booted from the system, and it'll hurt. What's a program? A program in the Matrix allows you to defend your avatar against countermeasures and enemy deckers. There are a wide variety of different programs for attack and defense at different power levels. As you progress as a decker, you can use more powerful versions of these programs. What's an ESP? Johnny, you want to take this one? Sure. When you infiltrate a facility on a run, you have a team. Where you jack into the Matrix, you are alone. This is where ESPs come in. An ESP is a highly advanced artificial life program which you deploy. It manifests as another team member in Matrix. Different types of ESPs have different abilities. What do you have for sale? It's all cyberdeck stuff. I was hoping for cyberware. Oh, see you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend, Johnny Clean. Well, in the same overalls that you saw him upstairs. Down here, leaning over a workbench, crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and invisible as the most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No. Janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made. Jeez, half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true that you're part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for a decade, and he's been smart enough not to tell me, so he sure as hell is not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his best, to let the subject drop. See you guys around. Boy. Illiteracy. It's a problem these days. Let's go ahead and talk to Dr. Sarah Castle. Talk. Make it quick. I need to operate. You got a little demon on your shoulder. Thanks for helping me back out there. Oh my god, this is so bad. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch, bad joke right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to ask you to go sit in the waiting area. Watch some Tri-Vid or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Mrs. Kubota never said what kind of cyber arm she'd paid for. I want something badass. Got one with a laser inside? You'll take what I give you, lady. Now let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whenever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. Let's talk. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota will have me working it off for the rest of my life. She notices your expression. You look like you got something on your mind. I have some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts. Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy Drek, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Hey, bad jokes like mine. No accounting for taste. Sam made some bad jokes. No, me too. You were friends? He saved my ass once. Got it. For us, it was more about me saving his ass once or twice. But Sam just had a way of charming you, you know? I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him. Met him. He's a charmer, too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing them back pretty good. Eventually, he got loud the way he always did when he makes drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kabuta wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around and can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? She thinks for a moment. Standard Sam Drek? He grew up rich and didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Did Sam have any enemies? Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He occasionally convinced someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad. But Sam wasn't a monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. All better. Just like that. He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He is usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. Investigate Sam's bunk. Optional. Deliver stones, Mr. Delilah. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Look at it. The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. Sitting on the dock of the bay, letting anyway, they appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tied around the girl's shoulder and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back of the photo. Written in a woman's hand are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. Let's take that. Check this locker again. Okay, there was nothing I wanted. Let's go back and talk to the doctor again. I am interested in cybertech. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be farther from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanic fetishes. Shamanic fetishes. This is a 6th world medicine of the highest caliber. She looks crazy. Where's your angel on the shoulder? Doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely. If not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle, the spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, what was that? However, she doesn't look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. And I suppose you were the one who patched her up. Impressive work. Obviously she was. Thank you. It's a shame she wouldn't let me repair her face, though. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as a dock wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? What cyberware do you have available? Basic powerful metal machine replacement for your leg. I have 6 essence. Shywise bone lacing, plastic. Save up for dermal plating, I think. It's 2,500, so I need another 1,000. Tell me more about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if you move fast enough. So if you're bleeding out and one of those can get you back on your feet? Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is Doc Wagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. What's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform in my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. See you later. Alright, I met everybody. Let's Talk to Coyote. I'm good. I found something in this bunk Sam was using. Yeah, great. What is it? A photo. Did you know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. It didn't sound like they got along that well, she thinks. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comm link chips, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. And if he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab, you there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. The image on your PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder. Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks. I appreciate the help. Take a cab to the NSTB warehouse. You got anything for sale yet? Come on. Eh. Let's go. Take that cab. The South Seattle docks. Leaving the seamstress's union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim. Left some useful evidence, only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. All right, everybody. I think I'll end the episode here. As always, subscribe. And if you liked the video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Whoa. See ya.